Hey parents of Libra children, welcome to Parental Guidance. For the month of June, this could be for an adult Libra child or a parent of a Libra child or adult. You could be a parent of an adult Libra or the parent of a child Libra. So I'm going to take a minute and see what messages come to me, and then we'll go from there. It's the same. Yep, it's the same message. Okay, so unbeknownst to you, I tried to record this message once before, and that message like got way out of hand for me. I guess it was more than what I could handle, and it was just like card after card after card, and so I kind of just got overwhelmed with it. But it seems that the same visuals are true, where there is somebody that is meddling with a flower and trying to pick out the pistil that's inside, like somebody has tweezers or it's a bird picking out the pistil that's inside the flowers. And that is a very important part, because that's the bees come, and I even heard like buzzing, that the bees need that to help pollinate. So yes, it's the same emasculating message. The first message, the first visual, and I may post that in the bonus video. It wasn't complete, but you got the gist of it. In that first video, it was like there was a giraffe with a toupee on his head, and it was the same thing where something was trying to pluck out the pistil from a flower, and it felt like emasculating. It felt like somebody was trying to degrade or belittle somebody. So we'll see what the messages turn out to be, because it's the same thing. Somebody is being like trying to like nitpick and take away their power almost. Yep. Okay, we'll see what's going on. You have blossoming abundance. You have the thinking man. Something going on with the heart chakra in reverse. And there is a strategy that is not working out for somebody. Angel of Strength came out again. Door of Spirit. So there is something going on here where you're going to find your way out. Somebody's going to find their way out. It's like, what? Chakra, first chakra, you have Michael or Michael. So balance, strength, the angel of love. You're getting some guidance. Yes, action is being taken. Door to value is being opened. Door to spirit. What else do you want? That was in the upright. Appreciation. I'm not going to take it because it fell. Any other messages that you want us to know? Okay. Same thing. It's the same thing. So you had the 7th chakra, Uriel, door to personal healing and happiness. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Virgo. What is this? I feel like a Virgo or a Leo, because some of these cards that came up in their readings are coming up in yours. Having a temple path, following that, walking away from something. Something is hard to walk away from, so there is some kind of attachment. There's no rest and rejuvenation. Something is requiring patience. The Magician in the Mirror. What is this about? Having adjacent possibilities. Somebody has options here. Something is out of balance. Yep. It's the same thing in the last reading. The yin yang was in, let's reshuffle. Another card came out, some hostilities. With somebody, something was out of balance because you have the yin yang cards in reverse. I think that's all. Anything else? Anything else? It was in the upright. Caring connections. Could be dealing with some kind of relationship that you have with somebody. Any more cards? I just feel like there's a situation where something was out of balance. There were some hindrances, some attachments that were unhealthy, some restrictions that kept you from being able to do what you needed to do. And essentially, through all of this, you were finding the strength to let things go or get rid of those things that no longer serve you so that you can go on your path. It requires a different perspective. It requires strength. It requires you seeing your value and walking away essentially from something and going on your path. It requires patience and action, of course. So I feel like this is similar to, yeah, somebody, you have deceit in reverse. So either you were getting away from someone who was deceitful, possibly somebody who is kind is helping you in the area of money. Yeah, but you have the Sun in reverse. It's like somebody is not letting the light shine. More cards. I think I probably will post that bonus reading, and I'll just call it a bonus. Because it required, sorry, it's like I don't want to lose that card. Like I had to pull out 2 different decks. Third chakra, yes. So this, and the other one, it was out of balance. It was in reverse, like something was out of balance. So something is balancing. A broken heart, cornucopia. It feels like it's the same thing. In the first message, it was like there was some envy going on, and it had to do with matters of the heart, dealing with somebody who didn't have the manpower to stand up for something. Something was dark, and it affected you heavily. Somebody was like after your status. They didn't like that you were able to get ahead or do certain things or whatever. I think we're towards the end. This is, yeah, there were attachments. The attachment card was in reverse. It could be somebody that you are attached to. It is that same thing. There's some level of unhealthy attachment. There was some kind of like triangle, but you are, somebody is leaving. So I think if anything, this is maybe a clarifying message for the first one. Is that it? I have a lot of cards on this table. One more shuffle. Or see if we can get one more card. I think we may be done. Okay. All right. Essentially, all I can say is that everything is going to work out. Somebody is able to see what's truly going on and operate from a place of mental clarity and spiritual strength. You are in the midst of the situation blossoming abundance. You know, there was heartbreak. There was attachment. Some things were out of balance. I can tell that you were stuck. I mean, like I said, there was an unhealthy attachment. You weren't able to walk away. There was no rest or rejuvenation. It's like the door to healing was blocked. I feel like there was a very toxic person in the midst of this situation that really made things difficult for you. But it's like it requires strength. Like somebody just had you unmoved. Like you could not be who you were. Somebody was blocking your involvement with somebody. Whether it's that person directly that you were connected to was hindering your progress, or it was somebody that they were affiliated with, you know, was blocking something from happening for you. And again, I don't know who this message is for. It is not going to apply to everyone. But it appears to me, from what I can see, is there is a blockage. Like I'm looking at these cards. Now don't pay too much attention to the chakras as much as it is the color. So you have the green light in reverse, red and yellow. So it's like somebody couldn't go anywhere, you know. Yes, they were balanced. Yes, they were grounded and balanced, but it's like they couldn't go anywhere. They couldn't speak their heart. Their heart was broken. They couldn't move forward. I want to clarify this Sun card and this deceit. But it's going to come, it's okay. Like, you have the door to value and the door to spirit is opening up for you. You're following your temple path. I want to clarify that. Something is moving. Now, I apologize. Like, there's more to this situation than what is being expressed to me. I'm not getting details. What came up was, it was like somebody was, like, there was a third wheel. Somebody was instigating. And by them, like, doing something, they were zapping the power out of somebody else. Let me look these up. Here we go. I'm like, where's the book? Yeah, so I am going to post that first one, and I'll just do that as a bonus because it's important. It needs to be said. I just don't know what it means because it's not for me per se. I'm just giving a message. So this speaks to knowing and using your true power. It's the culmination of your personal and spiritual power. You are the magician, and within your grasp is the amazing forces of earth and spirit. The water energy is the yin, and the spirit and the power of yin, the power of spirit and clarity of thought. The flame energy is the yang, bringing direction and creativity. And you did have the second chakra card and the first one, which was about intimacy and creativity. Yeah, you have the power to defeat whatever this is. That's 25. If you have this card in reverse, it says that you're being put on notice that the deceit of the past is over or about to end. Perhaps some enmity, or yes, enmity at work is being dissolved, or maybe a more open communication has developed in your personal life. Be assured that the negative and dishonest energy is on its way out. Take advantage of a new, peaceful, and open environment, one where you will be able to forge more success and greater comfort. It's telling you that a period of self-deceit is over. You are ready to see the abiding truth in your own value. We have the door to value. Power and truth of your own power, value, and deserving. It may take continued effort, but your honesty with yourself regarding these truths will bring even greater value into your life. Let's look at the sun in reverse. Yes, a creative project may be blocked at this time, or you may be feeling your own creativity is being stifled in some way. These challenges could be imposed from outer sources, or they could actually be coming from within. Are you standing in your own way, stopping self-expression out of fear or self-doubt? If so, it's time to let go of fear and be willing to take a risk. Yeah, you could be, like I said, living in darkness or confusion, lack of direction, even depression. Reclaim your power and take back your emotional state, because it's like you did have the rest, the lack of rest and relaxation, and there was a lack of balance as well somewhere in here. Yes, the angel of balance. Now the cool thing is you do have the solar plexus, which speaks of balance. Is there anything else? Let's do 41 and 24. I'm going to ask for another vision because you know this, if this situation applies to you, you understand it better than I can because there's certain things that are missing that I'm not getting the full picture. So this card in the upright says, sometimes the force of habit keeps you stuck and unaware of potentially healthier and happier choices at hand. Yet every moment gives you the option to open a different door and take a different course, whether it's in your thoughts, behaviors, or major life decisions. This just says you have a lot of options. Let me see 41. Free-flowing channel of information communicating with the spirit world. Now is a great time to get connected. Yeah. So from the cards that I had, overall, there's a theme of an emasculating energy. Somebody is trying to devalue or take away someone's power or purpose for living, somebody's core gift or the vital thing that they need to live or to thrive, their function. Function is probably more it than anything else. There was somebody who is jealous of that function and they sought out to destroy it. It did ruffle your feathers. It did cause a disruption. But the thing that you need to be encouraged to know is that it's not going to keep you for long because you had this card in the first reading. There was the angel of strength protecting you. You had the temple path, I believe, as well, where there were things set up for you that in spite of somebody getting in the way, you were getting out of relinquishing yourself, getting out of unhealthy attachments. You were, even though things were out of balance, you were able, to come out of it. Let's see if I can pull some clarifying messages from, because I'd like to know specifically what this is from, or because it feels like it could be from a marriage situation. Like it felt like it was dealing with, and I know it doesn't say a lot, or it was dealing with creativity, money, and there was like a third wheel. Somebody, it was like ideas, creativity, money. Somebody there was envy, like somebody didn't like how cool you were, for lack of a better word. Somebody didn't like that you just had your stuff together, and they tried to get in the way in the midst of it. There were storms, but the cool thing about it is that in the midst of all this darkness and things kind of fall into the wayside, everything still works out. That it's a temporary thing. I like these cards because I like the finish. They're matte and they feel nice. A good solid cardstock, and the edging is awesome, holographic. And this is the This Might Hurt Tarot. Okay. So you have the Queen of Wands in reverse. You have the star in the upright. It was in reverse before. You have temperance, so you have patience. You have it here as well, both in the upright. Have patience. This will work itself out. Justice. So if there is some deceit here, like I said, it's going to be undone. And it's like the same kind of red curtain. Now it's the exact same, but you see this red curtain in reverse. Five of Cups in reverse. So it's like you're not losing sleep over this. It's going to work out. It was like, I know it seems like a chaotic message. It may make it's a lot easier for you to understand it than it is for me to articulate it. But at the end of the day, all these cards are telling me, I'll look at it, but I'll put them back. You got the Six of Pentacles, like somebody was really giving the world. It was like stuff out of chaos. You know, you had the wands, some action was being done. I lost my train of thought. At the end of the day, it's like, regardless of what the struggle is, regardless of what someone set out to try to do, this all works out in the end. There was a block, whether it was somebody, it was a block. And I know it doesn't say a whole lot in detail. And you still got that World card. You got Ten of Cups, World card. Somebody is coming out of this frustrating energy. Queen of Cups was in reverse. That chaos is done. I think it's going to be okay. I apologize. Like, I feel a lot better when I feel like I have more like control over how the reading is going. But this is one of those where it's like a piece of paper like fluttering out of my hand. Like, I can see it, but I can't articulate it or grab a hold of it or follow it, or, you know, just something doesn't feel like, gotcha. I know what you're trying to say. King of Swords. Yeah, Ace of Swords. Yeah. So it's like, this isn't your first rodeo. You're coming out of the confusion. It's like, it's not the right time to do something, and that's fine. Just have patience. King of Swords. It's not the right time to act on something, even though you have the planet of action. There's some kind of element about it's not the right time to pursue something just yet. Whether it be justice or whatever, like justice will take care of itself. Ace of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. Sneakiness will be exposed, as you know that. But it's like new opportunities with money. Something is not starting. Again, you had this as well, like coming towards something. Coming towards something. Like this message is throwing me off because it's like I'm not able to like make the correlations as easily, and that's what I'm used to. something is coming back to you, or you are coming back to something. But it's a good thing. There's instances of something was stalled, something was blocked, there was unhealthy attachments, things were out of balance. But things are going to come again into balance with patience. Things are going to come back to you, or you are coming back to it. Patience is required, because it's like you're turning towards something. With these two cards, you're turning towards something. You know, you have the Star card, so things are going to work out. I just don't know the specifics, and I think I'll probably take 1 or 2 more cards, and then I'll just leave this where it is. Yeah, the Strength. So you may not have felt strong in the midst of this. Someone, I don't, and it's hard for me to say I don't need the specifics. It helps me feel more secure when I can like make connections, but it's not meant for me to make connections with this reading, and I have to accept that. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Somebody, someone felt like their strength was taken away, and now they will regain their strength. The angel of strength is helping to bring it back. It's like somebody took something, somebody tried to sabotage or undermine or defeat or whatever, and emasculated somebody or took away somebody's power. You have the 7 of Wands in reverse. Someone had to surrender. Someone felt weak. Yeah. I felt like somebody, it was a lot. I wish I could make more connections in this reading, but I'm not getting them. They're not, it's not a connected, it's a story, but I'm not able to make and connect the dots as clearly as I personally would have liked. But somebody felt really undermined. Somebody felt weak. Someone felt, like I keep saying, emasculated. I feel like somebody, there were unhealthy attachments. They felt out of balance. Somebody had ulterior motives. And it's like that person, like, I feel like they will be called out. And in the meantime, you will rebuild yourself and get back to something important or vital. Get back to what was important before this kind of storm and upheaval took place. And it's the same story. There's some story of something happened where you did nothing wrong, your efforts were undermined, and I don't know if this is a child, but somebody's efforts were undermined. And it gave somebody a lack of confidence. They were attached, they felt out of balance, they felt, out of control, and they couldn't see straight. And with time, with love, with patience, with strength, they're able to find their way in redirection and get back to this place of blossoming abundance. It's almost, it's like a lot of like just cards coming out, and it feels that way, that it was just like overwhelming, like, oh my gosh, like if somebody is experience something and it's just words, just word vomit just coming out, like it was just so much and so horrendous, and they have so much to share, and it's like, wait, slow down, let me, okay, help me to understand, you know. And I just feel like it's like you know, with this story, and I'm like, I'm trying to catch up and understand it. But yeah, so I apologize that I'm not able to follow it as fast as it came out both times. But I hope that through reading this, you gain some clarity. Please let me know if this resonates with you, because it's not going to resonate with everybody. But for whoever this message is for, please share how this connects with you, because I get the same reoccurring themes in both messages, that there was an external force that caused you to feel bound and restricted and took things away from you. And it took you some time to get your strength back and rebalance so that you could do what you got to do. So it's like it was a setback, but it's not going to keep you down and out for long. And I see it starting to resolve itself this month and into July. So I'm sorry that happened. I'm sorry that somebody took away from you and undermined your abilities, and either left you feeling emasculated or left someone that you depended on to be emasculated. Somebody took somebody's power, and it was like you could not do much, because either somehow you were tied up where you could not fight for yourself. And thankfully, the possibilities of what you could do to undo this and bring justice to the self and to defeat this deceitful person, those all came into play. You know, you got the knowledge that you needed to know what you needed to do. You had the strength so that you could, you know, take the action and get back on your path. But it's a setback, like a undermining, like, setback that took you a little bit to like kind of know what you needed to do to kind of get out of it. So this is long. Both of them are long. I'll post both of them. You know, thank you for your patience while I tried to work through that. It's more so I'm like, that message, I'm like, I don't feel the connections, so I'm sorry, but that's what I got. So thanks again for watching. Thank you for your kindness with this message, and we'll see you guys again next one.